Sweet! You're ready for a challenge. I'm stoked that you're here and you want to learn more. In this video, I'm going to share with you the details of the challenge that I'm offering. I'm going to first offer you the details of the food and the drinks and are the actual details of what we're putting in our mouth and not putting in our mouth. And then I'm also going to offer you the technical details of how is it going to work out? What kind of information you're going to get and what you're going to have access to. To start with the food details, because I know this is probably what most of you guys are wondering is how horrible is it going to be? How am I going to, what's the deal? How bad is it going to be? What I hope you can focus on is how good you're going to feel after these 14 days. For me, and you can see in my last video that my story, but day 10, I woke up and I was like, what just happened? How do I feel so amazing? And how can I get more of this? So this is the gift. This is the goal, is that you're going to have this breakthrough feeling and realization of how different you can feel depending on what you're putting in your mouth. So I've spent a lot of time thinking about exactly how simple I can make it. And when I took my friend's dare when I was 16 years old, which is over 20 years ago, I lived in an area where there was no alternative stuff. And so I just ate fruits and vegetables. That's all I ate for 2 weeks. So if your brain is wanting to feel confused and overwhelmed about what am I going to eat, which is the normal response, then you can just eat fruits and vegetables. It's an amazing time of year to just eat fruits and vegetables. It's the springtime. It's a great time of year. So that's one option. If you want a little bit more options and you're feeling ready to take on some more complexity, I'm going to break down the differences of the gut-friendly foods, which are low to no processed. So low processed food is something that comes in a package in the store that only has one ingredient, like olive oil or salt or rice. So all of these are totally cool for you to consume on this challenge. Now, the things that you don't want to consume on this challenge are all of the medium to high processed foods. So anything that comes in a package and has multiple ingredients. It's just the simplest way I can think of to break it down for you guys. So that's the food technicality pieces of it. It's really, really simple. And the whole goal is to really eat simple, to really eat simple foods. And the more simple, then the more easy it is for our bodies to digest and the more gut friendly they are. The technical, I want to talk about drinks real quick. So drinks. So all you caffeine lovers, I'm not going to touch your caffeine, and I actually encourage you not to make caffeine changes while you're making food changes. But I do want you to look at what you're putting in your coffee. So if you're having alternative milks that have multiple ingredients, then I encourage you to go bulletproof style and have some oil, some coconut oil or some ghee or butter in your caffeine. And I personally really love oat milk in my coffee, and so this is something that I will be skipping during this challenge. And I encourage you to look at the labels of all of the beverages that you're drinking. So any of your sodas, if you're drinking soda water, okay. If you're adding lemon to it, okay. If it's got other ingredients in it, then it's not okay. So one ingredient items, foods that you actually put in your mouth. Alcohol. I've had a couple of you guys ask me about alcohol. It's a pretty processed, I don't really want to call it a food. It's a pretty processed drink that it does have negative effects on our gut. And so if you're someone who's drinking occasionally, I would really encourage you to not have a drink during this 2 weeks, just to really feel what it feels like to not put that highly concentrated sugar in your body. Alcohol is a concentrated sugar. So that wraps up the food portion. And when you join, which there's a button below, so please join. When you join the challenge, you'll get all of this in, you'll get it in an email, you'll get it in a PDF, you'll get the actual written out details. I just wanted to give you the information so your brain can be yes, I'm going to do that, or whoa, that's way too much. It's not way too much. You can totally do it. But you'll get the list, you'll get the details of it. And when you sign up for the challenge in the button below, then that will trigger you to be a part of the email list that I'm going to be sending everyone who's taking the challenge one email every day with a short, fun, interesting, gut-friendly video. And I have it'll start day -3 and it'll go through the entire challenge, and it'll have a cool video that will be gut friendly oriented and will add to your experience of doing the challenge. You'll also have access to I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live every day, so you'll have access to asking me questions. You can also post questions in the Facebook group. In the welcome email, you'll also get a link to join the Facebook group, so you'll be able to have access to me for any questions that you have, or experiences or struggles or whatever's going on for you. So you'll get the emails, the Facebook, and there is a reward for people who finish the challenge. And so what does finishing the challenge mean? So the first piece is bring a buddy, because oftentimes when we make food changes, we kind of tend to isolate ourselves. And we've all had enough isolation this last year. We don't need any more isolation. So I really encourage you to bring a buddy. Someone who maybe already you talk about food with, or someone that you live with, or someone that you want to just go through this with. Bring a buddy and kind of be in a buddy system with them. Kind of use it as a bonding experience. Use it as something to go through with them. So bring a buddy. The second piece of completing the challenge is watching all the videos and learning all the pieces. And then you need to upload 14 pictures of your food. So the awareness piece of when you're going to take a picture and show people what you're eating, it changes the way you eat. It changes the way that you interact with your food. So I would love it if you post everything that you put in your mouth. That would be amazing. But to meet the challenge guidelines, to get the challenge reward, you need to post 14 pictures. So 1 a day, or if you want to do 2 one day and 1 not one day, that's totally fine too. But 14 pictures, and you got your buddy, and there's one more piece. What was the other piece? Yeah, actually those are the 3 pieces. So watch the videos. Those are the 3 pieces. So what do you get if you finish the challenge? So you get a really cool session with me where you get my coaching gut-friendly brain on whatever you want to bring, whether it's the next step, whether it's something you really struggled with, whether it's some emotions, whatever it is that you would like some help with. You get my coaching brain, which is just like an incredible experience. It's like kind of like taking a bath in a really yummy bubble, flowers. I don't know. It's this experience of like feeling like all attention is on you, and like we get to look at like what's going on in your internal world. It's a really special experience. Yeah. So then you also get gut health warrior status. So what is a gut health warrior? A gut health warrior is someone who is willing to go through the hard and the challenge to and overcome like norms and habits to try something new and to grow a little bit. These tattoos are actually connected to warrior. These are my warrior symbols. And for me, I love the word warrior. I'm actually a little bit stealing it from one of my clients, because one of her ideas is to become a gut health warrior, which I just totally loved. And for me, my tattoos with warrior is like being willing and consciously, deliberately facing challenge. And I just think it's a really beautiful way to embrace life and to embrace all of life. The hard parts especially. We all love the easy and fun and good parts, but to really learn how to love the hard parts, that's a really beautiful thing. So when you finish the challenge, you have the status of becoming a gut health warrior. You went through some hard things, you did something new, and you rocked it. So sign up below, join the challenge, and I really look forward to being in your inbox and connecting with you and being a part of your gut health journey, you taking this step. And thank you so much for your time and attention. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.